Okay folks, here's all the spices I used for my famous smoked salmon and jerky. Notice I used Tender Quick because it's got a little nitrate in there. Helps preserve it. You got vinegar, different spices you can see. I don't need to name them all, but just about anything you can imagine. About a 1/3 cup of salt and then some sugar. So this is the salt I use, of course. Tender Quick's the salt. And then I got to have ice. And what I did is I mixed just a little bit of water in here, and I get it all hot. And I put the spices in here. And then once I've got them all mixed up good, then I take and add all the ice in there to cool it down, because when you're marinating these things, you don't want to cook them. You want to marinate them in the refrigerator for at least overnight. Longer the better, because it gets a chance to soak up all that goodness. Okay. So you put that concoction in the plastic tub. I guess you're not supposed to use metal. And it still feels a little warm, so I want to add some ice. I want to make sure that it's cooled down good. Okay, I'm going to use just a 1/3 cup of salt. See how this works. So now I'm going to use, I think I'll use a whole cup of sugar, even though I only showed 1/2. So anyway, like I said, you cut this into strips. And you just put that right there into that concoction to marinate. Make sure you don't cut the plastic. And then I've got some silver here, and just cut that up. Even though looks like it's been kind of freezer burned, by the time you smoke this, it'll be beautiful. There we go. Let that, put more in there and let that marinate. Pray for a couple of days. Let it just be some smoked goodness, you know what I'm saying? Unless I don't use much water, what you do is it will end up being like this. Okay? And you use a nice plastic spoon, and then when it's in the refrigerator overnight or longer, what I do is I will stir it every now and then when I think about it. Keep them all mixed up. And then now once this is all good and cooled down, then I'll do is I'll start cutting strips out of the fish. This happens to be an Atlantic salmon, which is really good smoked.